Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I believe it is currently part 54 for my Let's Play, and it is the 9th of August 2020 as I'm recording this. So what we're going to be doing in this video, I think you can guess, is continuing to try and kill that weird centaur creature that we were spending some time trying to kill before. But what we're actually going to do before we fight him, and I don't even believe, well, I have a few things going on in my head right now, or as far as, like, you know, what I can do right now. So basically, there might be a place to warp to get to the Labyrinth. I'm not entirely sure if there is. It's kind of funny, there's a small thing. You're just going to have to forgive me if I go in front of the camera. There's something in the way. It was like a speck of dust. Anyway, so it was bothering me, don't worry. So anyway, to get back on track, there may or may not be something for me to warp to get to the Labyrinth. Let me just double check the map to see what's going on here. So I don't know if I want to go to the Labyrinth. It's kind of far, as you can tell. And by the way, that is far, based on the actual travel distance from, say, even here to here. That's pretty far. So, therefore, it's probably better for us to do what I was wanting to do now, without discovering something. And what I was wanting to do was get some duplex bows. So the duplex bow, I believe, shoots 2 arrows. This one shoots 3. I don't know where to get the ones that shoot 3 arrows consistently. Like, where can I go to definitely get one of those? I'm not sure. I could look online, but because I'm trying to have an adventure here, I'm not doing that. So instead, I think I'm going to go to the place that I remember being able to get duplex bows really often. Maybe the duplex bow does shoot 3 arrows, I can't remember, but the point is that I realize that it's actually much easier to flinch this guy, and I may as well demonstrate it by fighting him once here, just for fun. But basically, and I do need to get back in the groove, I haven't really done this in a little while. Okay. But yeah, basically, the, what's going on? That was weird, the game sort of stuttered for a moment there. But basically, don't know why I did that. Yeah, that was a test run anyway. What I was trying to demonstrate was that when you shoot the arrows in a horizontal arc, it's made a whole lot easier to actually hit his head, because you can't get the side of his head, you can't get the top of his head, you really need to get his face. And it really helps to have an arc of arrows rather than shoot one single arrow. You don't have to be quite as accurate. So what I'm going to do before I find him is go and get some duplex bows. So I will head off and do that now, but before I do that, I will bring up the chats, which is probably a good idea. I'm streaming later than I usually would, so maybe I have some of my European viewers joining. I don't know if it's too early for Europe, it probably is, but if it's not, then maybe some of you are just waking up and you can join me live for once. I've definitely had that happen before, where I actually choose to stream much later than usual, sometimes even in the evening. And I do get different viewers, people who pretty much only can watch me live when I'm actually recording that late, because usually, if I'm recording at my typical time, it is in the middle of the night, it's in the dead of night for people in Europe, so yeah. It would appear that my European audience actually have decent, like, all those people have decent sleep schedules, so they can't join me at ridiculous hours of the evening or early morning. So yeah, there you go. I'm just getting my chats up now. It will be ready in just a moment. Yes, there is bad weather outside at the moment, so natural lighting is not incredible, but it is sufficient, it seems. So we are going to go with what we have right now. Alright, so I'm going to head to, and this is a bit bizarre, isn't it? The way that we've got all of these sections here that are undiscovered, and then we're in this area here. I think the reason why that happened was because I was specifically trying to get to the Rito area. I wasn't 100% sure when I was running around through here whether or not this was even the Rito area. I guessed that it was, and I guessed correctly. And ultimately, I was wanting to get that armor set that I'm wearing right now, so that I could go to this place here. And I've already done all of that. So basically, I need to, once I have explored this sufficiently, and I think I will have explored it sufficiently once I've gone to this labyrinth, because really I think, you know, it's very mountainous and there's not too much going on. I mean, maybe there's some stuff going on here, but is it worth trying to go through there? Maybe. But, okay, how about we do that? So once I've done that, then I think rather than go east I think we'll go south and try to, at the very least, try to discover this. I don't know what the fuck this is, because this was confusing me before. I remember trying to find a tower for this province, and it's almost like a sub-province, because this thing is cutting into it and it's weird, but interestingly enough, this is actually where we want to go, to get those duplex bows. I'm sure there are other places to get duplex bows, it's just that I can't remember if there are other places. This is the one that I do remember, so this is where I'm going to go. I'll have to change my equipment because it's going to be pretty hot, and I do think, now that I think about it, the Gerudo set does work well in the desert heat, so we will equip that. We'll look like a lovely, lovely lady again. Kemazeus Shrine. Imagine that. See how we are on the edge? Well, we are no longer on the edge. Apparently if we stand here... Is that right? Yeah, apparently if we stand here... Maybe it's because we're in the shade, is that how that works? Oh. I think that's Varnaboros flying over. Is that right? I forgot what Varnaboros even looks like. Let's have a look and see. But actually, before we do that, I will go and equip my Gerudo set. Let's do that now. Gerudo Soval? I don't know. Snow Quill headdress. What does that even do? Cold resistance. Oh, I see. Okay, so that must have been what I was using before. Where is this Varnaboros thing? I thought it was casting a shadow that was moving just before. Why am I still... What's going on? Okay, maybe I need one more heat-resistant piece? What am I missing? Hello, person I haven't seen before. Welcome. Strangely, there's only 3 pieces in an armor set, isn't there? So why is it that I'm still too... Was I always losing health when I was in this area? I must have been. Yeah, I must have always been. Don't remove it, please. Okay, so it would appear that I usually lose health when I'm here. So let's try to get over here. I'm going to put a frickin' pin here so that I know where the hell I'm going. Okay, so what we're looking for are those weird thieves, those rather sneaky individuals who... Come on, get over here. Actually, let's change weapons. We will change to the Great Frostblade. That might actually work rather well in this location. Yeah, stop that. I could hit you with arrows, but I'm trying to save my arrows. There we go. I actually like the Great Frostblade. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Especially in this particular... Oh, what the fuck's your problem? Don't you do that again. So obviously that deals quite a lot of damage when you successfully break the ice form. Yeah. Interesting. So we'll probably drop the steel Lizzle Shield. I'm assuming that the reinforced Lizzle Shield is not as good, but should be good to replace that. So what's this? That's 22. So I think we had 35 on the steel Lizzle Shield, and this one is 22. So yeah, not quite as good. Damn it, we need to go around this to actually get in there. That's a little frustrating, but we can make it. What we could do... Here we go, this is what I wanted to do. Might be able to travel faster if we do this. Why do I only have ×1 on this? Does it take that long to recharge? Because I remember having ×3 before, and now I only have ×1, so maybe it charges super slow. Because it must have been... God, how long ago was it when I used it last? A long time ago, so... Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Understandable though, because it is a very useful item. Probably not entirely useful in the way I just used it, but... Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey Jenny Jones, welcome. Got some endemic life here. Hello. Bye. Alright. So, I'm assuming those guys will just randomly appear somewhere. Remember, they usually appear suddenly out of the fucking sand or something. Not literally out of the sand, but it appears that way. We'll see. Apparently it's really cool again. It went from being fucking hot to kind of cool. It's on the cool side of the temperature gauge spectrum, so... I guess once you're in a shady area, it's much more reasonable. Link looks rather orange. That's a lovely tan you've got there, Link. The orange tan. We all know how delightful that is to the eyes. Just got a copy of Legend of Zelda Four Swords. You mean the original one for Game Boy Advance with the... Or was that even... No, that wasn't Game Boy Advance. That was Game Boy Color, I think. Yeah, Legend of Zelda. A Link to the Past Four Swords on Game Boy Color, I believe that was. If you mean Four Swords Adventures, I do actually have that on GameCube, but I do not have the Game Boy Color cartridge. But yeah, Japan has quite a lot of the older games these days. I may as well mention I did just buy The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, the European cartridge. And of course I did make sure that it was a legitimate one, because apparently you do need to be very careful for fake cartridges being sold online. But yes, this one is legitimate, most certainly. And I'm looking forward to being able to play it. Unfortunately, the way in which I'm going to play it is also going to run me a little bit of cash, but it is what it is. The plan is to, well, eventually Let's Play it, but also the way in which I'm going to Let's Play it will be using my GameCube. I actually pulled out my GameCube a few days ago, expecting it not to turn on. Well, not necessarily expecting it not to turn on, but I was fully prepared for it not to. And it turned on, and it worked perfectly fine, just as it always has. So that was always nice. That was always nice, or rather, what I mean to say is, that was very nice once I saw that. And it's still sitting there. I think my GameCube is going to just sit there waiting to be used as a Game Boy playing device. Because that's what I plan to do. I plan to actually... Why is it now cold to the point where I'm shivering? What the fuck's the deal with this place? Anyway, so the plan is to actually get the Game Boy Player add-on for my GameCube, and also get a Game Boy Advance to use as a controller in conjunction with that. There also is a software disk that needs to be loaded into the GameCube in order to use it as a Game Boy playing device, and Game Boy game playing device. And yeah, it'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll be playing the Minish Cap first and foremost, and then... well... yeah, there are a lot of fakes out there, particularly in the US, from what I've noticed. There don't seem... like, I didn't see any fakes when I was browsing the Australian eBay. But, yeah. Apparently there are a lot out there, so I do make sure to check. So I will equip all of my Snowquill stuff. Yeah, this is what I was using before. I wasn't sure what it was called, so that's why I saw Snowquill headdress and I was like, what's that? Just goes to show how much I pay attention. So I was hoping to fight one of these guys much sooner than this, and it hasn't happened, so maybe once I've cleared this place out, less of them appear, but... yeah, this was a good idea when I first thought of it, but now it's turning out to be not such a good idea because this place does not have these enemies in abundance quite like I thought it did, so... here we go, just as I said that. Get the fuck over here, asshole. So these guys use duplex bows, and that is pretty much what I want from him. There it is, duplex bows. So we're going to drop... hell, let's get some rupees. And mighty bananas. So what bow do we not want? I suppose we'll drop the dragon bone bucko bow first. And then we'll swap one of our... duplex bow. Ooh, that's not too good, is it, compared to what I just dropped? Well, whatever. Again, I'm using it so that it can flinch that enemy we were fighting before. You know what, just one will do now that I think about it, because... yeah, we'll get one. Because 2 of them is going to be enough, I think, to kill that guy. The issue that we were having, if you do recall, was that this thing would break just a little bit past halfway through the fight. So having another one of these will help. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to do in coming over this way. Let's head back over here, to Shagema Shrine. Moving to Japan was the best decision you ever made? Well, it's much better to be that glad that you moved somewhere than the opposite. I wish I never moved to this country. That would be pretty rough. Because it's a big decision to get up and move to another country, so... yeah, I mean, I've talked about it before, but I have considered living in Japan. It's just that I don't really have a plan as to what to do once I'm over there. Like, what would I do? I'm not sure. Which is why, obviously, you need to make these sorts of arrangements before you actually go so far as to live in another place. I haven't given it enough thought to actually be able to do it. But maybe one day I will go there and live there. Maybe not permanently, just for a period of years. A period of years, yes. How long, I don't know, but probably not permanently. Or maybe if I really like it there, permanently. But I think one aspect to it that works out rather well for me is that all my family live in Australia, and the time zone difference between Japan and Australia, very little. I think it's 2 hours. So that would mean that I wouldn't need to get up at weird hours to, well, not get up at weird hours, but, you know, have to do weird time difference conversions to communicate with family, you know. And then also, you've got the fact that they drive on the left side of the road like we do, and they, what was the other thing that oh, we've got the blood moon coming, look out. It's probably not a good thing at all. Okay, let's save here. I don't know if the blood moon is going to influence this guy or not, but yeah, anyway, I think Japan would be an interesting place to live. I'll try the Great Frost Blade and see what it does to this guy. Does it do anything at all? Like, is he particularly weak to frost? Doesn't seem like it, does it? My Lizzle shield is already broken, but that's alright, because quite frankly, yeah, it doesn't look like that's particularly damaging. I could be wrong, but there we go. Trying to see if it is damaging. No, it really isn't, is it? Let's use the Guardian Sword, which is what I was doing before. Okay. Now let's go and equip our duplex bow. Oh, we just charged up ×3. Well, let's just say 3 of those Varmido abilities. I don't know why it was at ×1 before, but whatever. Oh, that was like a single shot. Maybe it's a much smaller arc as compared to the bow that we had before. I was trying to get my shield out, but again, I had my bow out, so... I had too many things to do to be able to get it out in time. Take a vacation, get a capsule apartment. Well... I need to learn the language first. That would be step 1. I don't really want to go over there unless I've learned enough of the language to comfortably communicate with people. Of course, once you are over there, you learn 10 times faster because you're in the environment, but I would like to have a good starting point, and I don't think I have a good starting point at this time, so... There we go. Get in close. So again, what I want to do is really take advantage of this mounting ability to deal most of my damage. That's what I'm wanting. Oof, took a little bit of damage there. Let's go and heal ourselves. More than a little bit of damage, actually. I'll be able to mix Mighty Bananas with something. That should be good, actually. Have a meat skewer here. Skip the frickin' eating animation. This will be an opportunity to hit his face. Now, obviously, the decision you have to make is whether you would like to take that opportunity to attack with your weapon, or just attack with your bow. Okay, we need to shield. That didn't work out so well, but it worked out well in the sense that I was actually able to... Ooh. That's not quite. So it's actually not... What it must be is that 5 must be how many more hearts. I thought the 5 was multiplying the hearts, because if that were the case, then this would have healed for more than it just did. So therefore, it's actually 7 hearts in this case. So that makes a lot more sense to me, which is good. It just, the reason why that was strange to me is that sometimes, I don't know, some show like 3 hearts and then a 5, then others show 4 hearts and a 5, and I was thinking, well, that wouldn't make sense if the 5 was just meaning individual hearts more than what's visible, because why would some meat items, what am I trying to say? Some food is the word I'm looking for. Why is it that some food shows more hearts than others? If it's not multiplication. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Be able to avoid his Oh, the Blood Moon's coming, and I don't know once again whether or not that will affect this fight. I'm hoping that it won't. The main way that the way in which it would affect this fight is that, you know, enemies would come down, and then suddenly I would have to deal with them as well as this guy. Yes, the Blood Moon rises again. Konnichiwa, something or other. Something or other desu ka? Well, look, I'm still working on my kanji, unfortunately. Oh, no! Did you see that? That was so unfair. I was literally standing there, and he reoriented himself, and fucking, how do I say, went immediately into an attack before I was ready to do anything. I would guarantee that he had just automatically reorientated himself after that frickin' cutscene had taken place. That was frickin' annoying. So let's start off by healing ourselves properly before we actually continue. We'll just eat this, that's fine. Maybe we should have eaten for something. Ooh, look at this. This is going to be interesting. I'm never going to find the occasion to use this because this is way too frickin' good. I can't remember how I made this. I made it, I cooked it, but I can't remember how I did it. It was a particular type of fish that I used, I think. I think I held 2 of a particular type of fish and it just automatically made this, and this is really good. This is endgame heart recovery stuff right here. So there you go. You can see that it gives us an additional 4 hearts there, so there you go. Yeah, unfortunately I don't know this kanji at all. I regret to say. I will learn eventually, but I'm actually wanting to learn English better even at this time, so I'm working on that as well. Okay, so let's save now, and that should be appropriate. Good day. Now, I don't think we can... Yeah, that didn't work out so well, did it? There we go. I need to... Oh, I should have saved with a different weapon. Although I think the Great Frost Blade does decent damage. It's not like insufficient, it's just... doesn't feel quite as good as what I want. Oh yeah, duplex bow. Next time we fail, I'm not counting on failure, I'm just saying if we do fail again, that's how I will phrase it. If we do fail again, I will save so that A, we have the duplex bow, and B, we have the guardian sword equipped. I can see that we have more leeway with our accuracy. So even though it looks like a single shot, yes, we did successfully shield that, by the way. It was pretty smooth, so you might not have noticed, but yes, that was an intentionally shielded attack. Fumeyo no mae nishi. Okay. No, Jesus. You can see that I'm only half-assing the pronunciation because I'm going back and forth between English and Japanese, which I'm not as good at, but... Fumeyo no mae nishi. Which is obviously not said so slowly, but, you know. I'll get there one day. Okay, so now we'll actually get to see what the Blood Moon will do as far as affecting this fight. Here's hoping it won't affect it at all. Yes, please be careful. I think it can be skipped now that I think about it, and I think I will do that next time. Most definitely. Hurry up! Try to avoid this. Maybe we can hit those back, you never know. Maybe that's actually an opportunity to deal lots of damage to this guy and I'm not taking it. No, put away the... Shit, that was a little close for comfort. I was just in a bad position to get on target with him because he was moving his head so much that in that position I could not get on target. Yeah, but the thing is I have to say it faster than that. Fumeyo no mae nishi. There we go, that's a bit better. It's all about saying it fast, but also getting full enunciation of each syllable, you know. Or each character, I suppose, in this case. Oh yeah, I meant to, damn it. Interchange weapons. Anyway. And then save. Go. I know it looks as if I'm beating my head against a brick wall as I do this, it's just... The problem is that... I'm very good at doing that, I'm a Souls player, so... There we go. You would think that if I touted myself as a Souls player, I would have succeeded by now, but maybe it's better to target like that. I don't know if it is though. It's just, again, there's no margin for error, so in the time it takes for me to deal all of his health, or to deplete all of his health, I usually fail once, so... I know what he's doing. Oh no, never mind, that was a bad idea, wasn't it? Yeah, he becomes resistant to being affected in that way when he's breathing his fire, so... Yes. I think the webcam's alright. Let me just pause because I want to make sure it's okay. It seems alright, yeah. I know I needed to... could see that I needed to shield there. Glad that I saw that. Oh, this is not a good time for the Blood Moon to start. Okay, we'll actually skip this time. I'm pretty sure we can, maybe pressing X. Or we press X or something like that, and then we get an option to press plus to skip. It's annoying. They don't let you do it. This is what I was worried about. Not a good time to be affected by that. My Great Eagle bow is badly damaged. I would much prefer not to waste this bow on this confrontation, but damn it. Especially after getting the duplex bow, you know. Missed him there. Pulling out my shield just in case. There we go. Quickly run in there, come on. Get in there, come on! Do not miss your opportunity. You've gotten pretty far this time around. Okay, that should be... that hurts. I believe the Night Shield has very high durability, so it is quite significant to... No. It is quite significant to damage it in one confrontation. Well, damage it to the point of destroying it in one confrontation. I lost my opportunity there because... Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't know you could actually flinch him out of that. But, yeah. Basically, it's quite significant to be destroying that. This is probably going to get destroyed in one round. At least that didn't destroy it. Come on, get your accuracy up. Ooh, that was dangerous. No, that's gonna kill me. Let's do this. Let's actually do this right. Come on, Doomlink. I believe in you. Let's try to make this a little easier for ourselves and heal up. Let's find something that... Oh, Mushroom Skewer does the job. How about we eat some raw meat? Which is not recommended in real life, but in-game, yes, it can be useful at times. The reason why I have the raw meat is because I have so much cooked meat right now to consume that its value is not as high as I previously would have. Well, I've not attached the same. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I swear to God, I was just repositioning and then I was going to shield again and I was pressing the button to shield, but Link had not pulled it up in time. That's ridiculous. I can't believe this situation, I really can't. Because the thing is, it seems that no matter how much I try, I keep fucking up once, and that once is all that I need. Oh, here we go. Speaking of not fucking up, or at the very least trying not to fuck up, we will, actually we'll keep this, and then we will equip the duplex bow to start with. That way we can break that first, and then maybe still have half of our durability left, ideally, after we've killed the guy with our Great Eagle bow. Save again. But yeah, I really do want to actually kill this guy. I understand that maybe I don't have the defense for it, but... Come on, how did I not get him with that? Anyway. There we go. So we do have to be slightly more accurate with the duplex bow, annoyingly. Hope you guys find this entertaining. There we go. It's dangerous to do that, but I made it work this time around. I'm going to try and avoid doing that, because if I can avoid doing that, I'll avoid failing. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. And I've not been going slow and steady, which is why I've been failing. Ooh. Stop running around, will you? Shouldn't have done that. That was a little close for comfort. I'm gonna break my fucking bow by being so inaccurate. Oh, I can actually knock him out of that, it seems. Maybe the reason why I thought that he could resist it was because he would move his head in such a way as to avoid my arrows, and then it made it seem as if he was resistant. I would guess that that was the case. I'm not doing it a second time. I'm not that ballsy. I know it looks like I'm some amazing player when I do it, but... it's basically me taking risks and only sometimes getting payoffs after taking said risk. No, 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 no. Not good, not good. Put it away. Fucking... oh, I didn't die. Shockingly. So that was very good. Yes, this will do. I should have really counted the hearts to actually confirm if I was correct, but I must be correct because it couldn't be any other way. Alright, here we go again. Skip the frickin' cutscene. I wish that I hadn't saved in an instance where this frickin' blood moon was going to come each time because it's annoying. Oh, how did that not... come on. Are we being serious? How did that not work? Oh, that didn't work out at all. Was hoping that it would. I keep... oh, fucking hell. You have to actually hold it down to be able to change it. That is, hold down the attack button for it. You eat raw fish there? Well, that's one thing, but I'm talking like raw... actual raw beef. Straight from an animal in the wild. It's pretty rough. It's not recommended. There we go. Got him down to... after this we will have gotten him down to about half. So let's try and do this properly, shall we? Let's go in there and hit him a little bit. Get ready to shield. Okay. There we go. I was really focusing to make sure that I got on target. Obviously, if I were to fail that, it would be my death. So, the pressure is on, you know. Okay, so, what can we use? I don't want something that's too good. It's just sometimes he deals hits to me that take all except, like, a part of one heart. So, it is important for me to keep my health topped up, is what I'm trying to say. This is annoying. Okay, fine, I'll have one of my meat skewers. No. Nope. This is gonna be the big explosion. There we go. Hello, Hawk, welcome. This is gonna be the time we succeed, guys. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. It's not as hard as I've been making it out to be, but... yeah, I've just been having fun, you know. I really have been. Imagine if he had some sort of super strong attack right at the end that just killed me. That would be pretty rough, because I hadn't... it would have been the first time that I would have seen it. And then... yeah. Oh. No, let's not do it. Let's be careful. There we go. We'll mount him first, and then we'll change bows. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to physically attack him from now on. Well, I say melee him, not physically attack him. Oh, shit. Going guardian weapons only. Oh, I think we just killed him, did we? Yeah, he's dead. That is a dead creature. That took a long time. What the hell did we get from that? Because that was a lot of work. Okay, so we've got question mark, Lynel. It's called a Lynel, okay. Lynel guts. So we've got a Lynel hoof, Lynel guts. Lynel horn. Lynel hoof again, hoof, hoof. I think this is a bow. Savage Lynel bow. We saw him shooting shock arrows before, so that makes sense. And then his weapon. Savage Lynel spear. That must be quite strong. Because, as we know, spears attack extremely fast. And that thing has a lot of damage, so... What should we drop? What do we not want? I guess the Dragonbone Moblin Club. Assuming that my Guardian Sword isn't about to break. My Guardian Sword has done very well. It has better durability than I was expecting. So, yeah, we're probably just going to drop this thing. And the Savage Lynel Spear, I'm guessing. Yeah, look at that. So keeping in mind, this has 30 damage. That's 30 damage per jab. That's insane. What a really good weapon. Okay, so we pretty much what did we sacrifice? We sacrificed a Knight Shield and pretty much a... No, not just pretty much, but we actually sacrificed that other bow that we had that was shooting 3 arrows. I don't really consider the loss of the reinforced Lizzle Shield and the duplex bow as being a sacrifice. Technically, yes. Practically, no. So, yeah. How's the stream going? Yeah, it's going pretty well, and you found me through Monster Hunter stuff. It's good to hear. It's always nice when people are willing to watch me play other games outside of what they originally found me for. I do play a lot of different games, so... let's go and change to the... What do we want to change to? Yeah, let's go with a Dragonbone Moblin Club. Oof. Painful. Well, I don't know what just happened. Something weird happened. But we need to heal. Most definitely. You know what we need to do more than anything else, and I nearly... Like, imagine if I would have died right there, because you know what that would have meant? Unless it autosaved. It probably didn't, but basically, if it didn't autosave, we would have been in a position where we would have actually lost the killed... How am I trying to phrase this? We would not have actually had a saved instance where we killed that guy that we were trying to kill for so long. So that would have been horrendous. Oh, what the fuck? Everything is hitting me for so much damage right now, and I think that really does go to show that I need to start upgrading my armor, because I am too freaking weak right now. That's alright. I'm sort of making up for it by having really good healing items at this point, but still. You can see that it really does change the instance when you load a save like that. It's good. Oh my god, this is a Stalfos on horseback. Is this like a mini-boss or something? He doesn't really look like it, does he? He's quite small. Oh my god. You're gonna play it like this, are you? I'm gonna hit him before he can... Okay, that was fairly easy, wasn't it? What about the horse? Yeah, the horse is dead too. That was kind of simple. Wait, no, the horse is over there. Hello, horse. Imagine if I could have you. I would love to have you, like a bone horse. That would be really cool. Mount. I can mount a fucking bone horse. Okay, soothe with L. I'm soothing a bone horse. Is it mine now? Soothe. Can I wowa? Can I wowa you? Okay, never mind. It's mine now. Look at this. I've got a bone horse, everyone. This is unbelievable. Can I keep it? He's upset. Is he really glitched out? Okay, I'd like to get off you, and then if you could move, please. What? Oh, I wanted to use you. I literally wanted to have a bone horse. And the game didn't let me. I'm actually upset. Okay. So there's a shrine in here. The North Lomei Labyrinth. Now, how long do we have until we want to end this? I would say 20 minutes. So, we may or may not get something done here, but, yeah. Now let's see if we can actually refer to the map when we're going through here. No. I think this is a separate thing where we can't check the map. No, it looks like we can. How about that? So as long as we actually watch to see where we're going, we should be alright. Now as far as... I don't even know how to get in there, so maybe looking at the map is not that. Trial on the cliff. Maybe it's not even that necessary to do that. You can use the mini-map there, but I think it's too small to really see where you're going. So... Either way. The shrine is in there. Okay, it looks like we need to find a way to get these iron bars to drop. We will get a... Okay, Knight's Bow is the worst thing that I have, apparently. Is there anything to shoot? Id est an eyeball or something like that? Just wing it, what could go wrong? Yeah, probably not too much, so let's just do it. I think it's worth winging it because referring to this does not really help to show me how to get to somewhere, because from what I can tell, like this, I don't know if that's a way in or just a wall or what, so I may as well just walk around and see what's going on. It's probably not a way in because it looks like we can actually access it from the entrance, but after having done something to get those iron bars to drop, so... Yeah, I would guess that that is what needs to be done. Not so much going through the labyrinth until we can access it from behind. If I have to go through this whole freaking labyrinth while having this blinking thing, the shrine indicator, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. Because to be honest, it's totally unnecessary in a place like this. Obviously, I know that there's a shrine here. So if you could just turn that off, that would be beautiful. Maybe I can turn it off. Imagine if I turned it off and forgot to turn it back on. That would be pretty rough. There's not much going on in here, is there? It's a bit quiet. It's very tall, though. Look at this. This is quite a thing that they have engineered in this place. Oh, hello. Yes, blink, 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 blink. Totally not annoying at all. Can I interact with you in any way? Doesn't seem like I can. Okay. I'm guessing Link can just climb it. Yeah, he can. Link can just frickin' climb it. And I probably have enough stamina to make it. So what we'll do is we'll equip our climbing gear so we can do it a little faster. So we've got 2 pieces of the climbing gear, I believe. We've got the climbing boots and the climbing top, and I haven't actually used both of these before. Oh, you can see that I'm now a bit cold. So, do either of these, or do any of these have particularly high cold resistance? Doesn't seem like it, so... That's alright, I'll just heal myself. Can I make it with this stamina? I'm pretty sure I can. So, I'm just going to walk up to the top of this because I think that would be fun. Just to do something a little different. I did cheese one of the shrines, Hawk, where I basically jumped onto something, climbed onto the top of it, and dropped into a place that I was supposed to use a key to enter, I think. It was weird. Obviously it wasn't intended, it's actually on my Twitch highlights. Very strange. But, yeah. I've got no idea why they let me do that, but they did, so... I guess the game does have a few glitches here and there. That has been well documented. I think we can go and equip the cold resistance set now, and we can... the reason why I closed that was so that I could skip the animation. Link looks extremely cold. I feel bad just having him shiver so violently. Like, if you're shivering like that legitimately, you're going to get actual hypothermia, so... It's pretty cool to walk around this thing from the top, though. I really like this. Anyway... As far as what we can find by going this way, I do not know. I don't know if this is even going to help us out. But, yeah. No, I haven't really watched any content online at all of this game. The reason why is because I'm trying to have this be an authentic adventure for me. Because I don't really want to know what it even looks like to be endgame here. I've had a few glimpses of it because I see random screenshots here and there that I don't intend to see. And, yeah, kind of happens that I can see a little bit of what the end game looks like, but for the most part I don't want to see what exists in the future of this game, which is why it's worked out to be a pretty good blind Let's Play, even though the game's been out for 2 years now. Pretty good blind Let's Play in the sense that I am legitimately blind and I don't know what I'm doing. So... As far as this being where I need to go, let's have a look and see. I'm interested to see if this is... What the fuck is here? This is a barrel. No, a chest. It looked like a barrel for some reason. What's in this chest? Something game-breaking? A diamond, okay. Well, 1 diamond in the chest is probably alright, but still. I was hoping for something more game-breaking. Let's save while we're up here. That way if we go down and then we decide that we want to go back up and we didn't get anything of worth, we can just load the save. Like, what's down there? Anything of worth? Do we want to drop into there? Maybe it's not helpful to climb along the top anyway. Maybe I should just go down. Oh, there's something going on in there. Maybe we could drop in there. Let's save here. I don't know when I will complete the game. Hopefully soon. I will try to record a little more regularly. This is a strange little place in here. I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Oh, that looks a little painful, doesn't it? Is there anything that I can use to... Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load my save. Excuse me. I'm going to load my save and I'm going to snipe them from above. Because when I snipe them, they should explode from being hit. I think that's how that works. So, we'll do that. Is the camera alright? That is to say, is the lighting fine? Seems to be. Which is good. That's what I like to see. Okay. Let's try to shoot these guys. Hopefully we can get the necessary angle. No, we can't. Okay, we'll have to go from this side. Maybe we can get the angle that way. I think we can. No. What the fuck? This is terrible. It's because I'm so high up, I can't aim directly down like that. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Oh, I should have let it drop for a little longer. Yeah, I know better than to not save at this point. I've regretted it many times. There we go. Hey, nice and easy. I wouldn't mind the chew jelly there, but I can live without it. Let's go. There's still some there, but... or one, but... there we go, I can get the chew jelly now. And then you... oh, you are really annoying, you know that? I'll hit you while you're not electrifying yourself. Okay, so this thing here should be movable with magnesis, I'm thinking, yes. So let's move that for now, and then see what that does for us. Ooh, we've got a chest here. What's in here? Something worthwhile? Hopefully. Knight's Shield. I will take that, because quite frankly, I was missing that Knight Shield that I lost. Well, the one that I broke. Have I achieved anything else by having this thing to move? Huh. Looks like I can climb up through there. That's interesting. Oh. No, I don't really want to do that. Move, please. Thank you. Oh, whatever, Spider-Man. What have we got in here? Yeah, this really is it, isn't it? I was thinking maybe I could climb up somewhere, but no. None of that. It is like playing a Spider-Man game sometimes when you're doing this. Because you can pretty much climb whatever the hell you want, so... oh! Look at this, we've got stairs. This is kind of strange. Wonder what's in here. Well, I'm sure there would have been a specific way to get in here, but I kind of cheated and climbed to the top of the labyrinth. Imagine that! A labyrinth where you just climb to the top of it, and then look around from there. Pretty funny. Oh, okay, it was really that simple. Okay, that worked out well. I don't know how to get in here in a more legitimate way, but this worked, so look at this. I didn't even... Maybe this is what you're supposed to do. Maybe this goes down when you clear the shrine. That might be how it works. In fact, that would make sense. Okay, let's do the shrine. Hopefully it's not something too difficult. Alright. Trial on the cliff is complete. So we completed the shrine quest because now we have access to the shrine. And I think usually what happens is that's the shrine puzzle. Getting to the shrine is the puzzle. I think I'll just have a straight corridor. Let's have a look and see. I think that, yeah. So that was the fucking puzzle. That's hilarious. Okay, well, whatever. Hello, the lady of hot sauce. Barbarian leg wraps. Okay, so attack up is actually pretty good. This is something that I would like to keep and actually level up. So I think we will definitely make use of that. Do I have anything else? Yes, I do. Ah, the Barbarian armor. It's part of an armor set, and this is the second part that I have for it, which is actually really cool. So I really should start leveling this stuff up, because I would really like to have good defense as well. So that's something I've been dragging my feet with, so I do plan to actually start leveling stuff up properly. I know that I can do it through the Great Fairies, it's just that I've been lazy, so I will actually step up to the plate and actually stop being underpowered. And the way in which I'm going to stop doing that is by leveling up my stuff. Oh god, that would be awful. Come on, load the game, please. It would be very awkward if you just suddenly decided not to load the game. I don't know how these loading screens compare to the Switch version. All I can say is that I'm actually loading this game off a USB thumb drive, so I would imagine that loading times are very slow compared to what some of you might be used to. I can only imagine that that's the case. Oh, that is an eyeball. Okay, we'll go shoot that. And that should destroy all of this gooey stuff in the area. This is my first time playing Breath of the Wild, but funnily enough, I've been playing it. I've been doing this exact series, this Let's Play, since the game released. Day one of release. I got this game and started this Let's Play. So that should probably tell you how I feel about the game. I have been procrastinating to hell when it comes to recording this game. So I do enjoy it. It's just not what I want. It's not what I want out of a Zelda game. And I'm not going to go deeply into that because I seem to have this discussion deeply every time I record this game. But yeah, it's fine on its own, it's just not a Zelda game to me, and what I wanted was a Zelda game. I've played my fair share of open world adventure games, so yeah, what I wanted was the Zelda formula, because that's what made it unique, you know. Anyway, it is what it is. And there's a bird over there, flying gracefully. So I think what we wanted to do next was head over here. So I'm actually going to put a pin over here. Wait, do I already have a pin down? I remember putting one down. Oh, there it is. Fucking hell. Delete pin. Gives you the option to change to stamp, apparently. I'm going to put a red pin down. I don't know why, I just had to have it be a red pin. Hey, Purpose, good to see you again. I don't think this is a bad addition to the series, no. But I would like for it to be treated as a spin-off, not as an actual way forward. I don't think this is a way forward. I think it's too different. Like, this is not Zelda. It's a game that could just as easily not be Zelda. It's like they just took a random game, right, and then added slight Zelda aspects to it, like Link and Zelda and Ganon, and then they passed it off as being a Zelda game at that point, which I think is very lazy to do. I think just take a fucking chance, Nintendo, and make a new game. You know, something that's actually not sponging off the popularity of something else, you know, something that's existed for a long time. Make something new. They effectively made something new with this game, but this didn't have to be Zelda. You know, this is why I'm left very angry when people say, this is the best Zelda game. Well, no, the problem with that statement is that this is not a Zelda game. It's not Zelda. It's an open world sandbox with random characters from the series. It's a spin-off more than anything. So, for people to say that it's a good Zelda game for me, in fact, to say that it's the best Zelda game, in my opinion, is an insult to the franchise, because you're basically saying that the Zelda series has been... is not even worthwhile. The only thing that's worthwhile is something that's completely different from what the rest of the series was. So I think it's very unfair to say that. Yeah, a reskinned open world game. I mean, you could have called this anything. No one would have played this game. Obviously, what I'm about to say is not particularly profound, but if you didn't have Link in this game, and you didn't have Zelda in this game, and you didn't have Ganon in this game, no one would have played this and gone, this is pretty Zelda-like, this is a Zelda-esque open-world game. No one would have said that. Because it's not like Zelda at all. It's completely different to Zelda, and I don't think that they should have. I don't think this should have been a mainline game. That's my biggest issue with it. In fact, that's my biggest issue with Monster Hunter World as well. That should not be a mainline game. I think people are too willing to just completely throw away things that make a game unique. I think they shouldn't be doing that. Like Zelda, listen. When you play Zelda, like me, you play it because you have a particular gaming itch that you want to scratch. In this case, referring to the Zelda series, it's going through dungeons, getting heart pieces, doing all that sort of stuff. You know, typical Zelda stuff. It's the formula. It's an itch that you want to scratch. This is none of that. Like, this is just an open world game that could have been anything. So it doesn't scratch that Zelda itch, and for that reason, it's not a Zelda game. And I don't appreciate the people who are willing to just say that it is. And I'm especially annoyed by the people who dare to say that it's the best Zelda game. Again, I find that to be the most insulting thing that you could possibly say about the series. That in 35 years, a generic open world sandbox is the best that they could do. You know? And people probably don't like to hear me say that this is a generic open world sandbox, but that's exactly what it is. They happen to do some things that people enjoyed, but, you know, it's an adventure. If you enjoy adventure games and open world stuff, I don't see what's particularly special about this. I really don't. You've lost me on that one. That's not to say that on its own it's bad. I think it's a fun game, yeah, but people are very, very quick to get on their hands and knees and furiously masturbate while, you know, exclaiming their delight. When it comes to this game, it's just like, oh, this is the best game I've ever played, oh my god. It's like, no. Get a grip. Anyway, end of rant. The reason why it lacks personality, Hawk, and this is a different subject, he's talking about Monster Hunter World. The reason why World lacks personality is because it's a westernized game. The personality comes from the Japanese touch. And the Japanese were specifically going out. They had set out to make a game that appealed to the Western audience. And that's exactly what it did. They also advertised actually really, really hard and really, really well. That's why it succeeded. Everyone's, you know, there's this... listen, this is another rant, forgive me. People seem to have this misconception that if a game does well, that means the game's very good. No. No. I'm sorry, but if you actually have this misconception, we are not talking about Breath of the Wild right now, let me just say. Like, I'm not specifically talking about Breath of the Wild, I'm specifically talking about World, and other games can fall into the category of what I'm about to describe. There are games out there that are only very, very popular because they came out at the right time and or were advertised very well. And there are people who probably mostly play very popular games who think that if a game is very, very popular, that somehow demonstrates that it's superior to the games that aren't as popular. No. So let me put that in the context of Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World is not a better Monster Hunter game than any of the others because it sold more. It has sold an incredible amount more than any other Monster Hunter game. But that does not at all mean that it's better. In fact, its quality is completely irrelevant. It could have been considerably worse than any other Monster Hunter game, because you've introduced it to a completely different audience. And that audience does not have a point of reference, which is the rest of the series. It could be a huge step backward, which it is in my opinion, but no one would know, and no one would care, because they're only playing the newest game, and, you know, why would they play the older games? Gross, old games, right? It's all about the new stuff. It's all about what the latest thing is. You know, how many people do you think who played this as their first Zelda game would enjoy actual Zelda? I would say a very small number. So that just goes to show that this game has not done Zelda any favors. what this has done has set a precedent. Yes, I've moved on to Breath of the Wild now, but what this has done, it has set a precedent for Nintendo that says, if we make an open world sandbox that strips the Zelda series of everything that made it Zelda, that's going to do fucking well. That's pretty bad for people who actually want Zelda games, isn't it? And some of you will say, what about Link's Awakening remake, Doom Link? Number one, who asked for that? Number two, who wants that? I didn't. If I want to play Link's Awakening, I'll play Link's Awakening. Make a new Zelda game, please. Can you do that? Could you guys do that? Was A Link Between Worlds not fucking good enough for you? You needed to do it with Link's Awakening as well. Just fucking stop it. Make a new game, please. And not this, I mean an actual Zelda game. If you wouldn't mind. But yeah, that's my opinion, and everyone is welcome to disagree, because that's what opinions are. Opinions that are not always shared among all people, but yeah. I think that people will probably think that, let's try to not say think so much, but repeating terms is annoying, it's a little pet peeve of mine. Some people would believe that Breath of the Wild has demonstrated itself to be superior to the other Zelda games because it sold more. But, yeah, that's not how that works at all. Where is this frickin' shrine? I thought I found it, but now I've lost it again. Because I saw it before, and then I turned around to try and find it again, and now I really can't find it. Yeah. As I mentioned in the previous video and in many other videos, I was originally expecting this game back when it was first announced as Zelda Wii U in 2013 or whatever. I was expecting this game to be Twilight Princess, but with a huge open world. Not literally Twilight Princess, I just mean like that kind of gameplay experience. And that's not what I got. At all. And of course I wasn't happy, and I'm still not happy, but... And the reason why it's a problem for a game like this to be so successful is that what ends up happening is that Nintendo has absolutely no reason to listen to people like me, because I am not represented by a large game purchasing group, which is a weird way to phrase that. What I mean to say is that people who share my opinions are few and far between. So what we want is not going to put a dent in their sales. Like, if we boycott anything from them, they wouldn't notice. What moves a game company, and what moves anyone, is profit. And if this is what's profitable... I mean, I understand that Nintendo has done things that would make it seem that they don't want money. They don't always... They're not a normal company. They have a lot of money, and they don't always do things that will necessarily make them the most money, but it's hard to ignore how well Breath of the Wild did. And I just think that the Zelda that I used to love and appreciate is probably dead. It probably is. It might not be, but it probably is, and that makes me really sad. Makes me really sad. If you compare the first Zelda game and Zelda 2 to Twilight Princess, yeah, it's different, but it's fundamentally the same thing. Which is good. You know, some people might say, well, if you do the same thing constantly, like if you've got the same formula for 35 years, it stagnates. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It stagnates if that's all you fucking play. Obviously. Why do I have to play only Zelda? I don't. So, you know, I'm not going to get sick of it because I can play other games. But not only other games, I can always come back to Zelda when I'm ready and want to enjoy that formula again. Well, now I'm not going to be able to do that with new games. I'll have to revisit games, which is sad and stupid, but anyway, I don't know where that fucking shrine is. That's what I'm trying to find right now. Basically, I'm going to try and get to that shrine. Ooh, I'm losing natural lighting, sadly. Let's try to fix that if we can. Just need to fix the chroma key. You can see that it's going fuzzy behind me. Need to try and have it be so that my face is not phasing out of existence. I can't really... I'm trying to see if it is. I don't know. That should do for now. Yeah, well, what I was trying to describe was that it doesn't matter that the Zelda fans have been betrayed. I would say some of them don't care. Which is, I think, the reason why some of them don't care is because they're a bit simple-minded. It's not to put them down, it's just to say that they don't. What they want is a game that's fun. That's it. They don't care. Outside of that, they could deliver a game that is the furthest thing from Zelda, and as long as it's fun, they're happy. But I think it's very important to establish what a Zelda game is, and not, you know, profane that. I think that needs to be really followed through with and respected. And Zelda Breath of the Wild has not respected the Zelda formula. It has thrown it out and has put its entire existence in the future in jeopardy, because it's been so incredibly popular that it will be hard to walk away from it. Had they done a spin-off or done a completely different game, imagine that, like a completely different IP, can you handle that, Nintendo? Apparently not. Had they done a completely different IP, or made a different IP, they could have existed simultaneously. Because they, I mean, maybe they wouldn't have truly existed simultaneously, but at least this would not have replaced it quite so clearly. Maybe the production of Zelda games would go down in frequency, but I mean, how much more infrequent can Zelda games be released? I mean, we were going like every 6 years we'd get a new one or something towards the end. So it is what it is. I don't know where that shrine is. I really have lost it. I need to find it because I'm trying to find it so that I can end the video. Here it is. It's somewhere nearby anyway. Hello, Blasty McSplode. That's an interesting name. Get rid of the 420 and you'd have a perfect name. Blasty McSplode. I like that. Anyway, seems that we're going in the right direction over here. Hopefully. Yeah, I think we are. Well, the thing is, Hawk, it has absolutely no business being Zelda. Like, it has no business having that name, so it should just be a different game entirely. So that way, the traditional Zelda formula can coexist with this. Because once you've gone and changed people's perception of what Zelda is through a game like this, imagine the people who were, say, 13 when this game came out. And maybe they didn't really play Zelda games before then. Okay, maybe we'll do a younger age. Imagine you were 8 years old when this game came out. And all of a sudden, your perception of what Zelda is completely and utterly dictated by this. And then something that is much like the previous Zelda formula releases, all of a sudden you're going to be really confused. It's like, what's this? This isn't like Breath of the Wild. This isn't like Zelda. They might not put it in those terms. They might not say, this isn't Zelda. But that's how they're going to feel. It's not what they recognize to be Zelda. So what that means is that this kind of replaces it, doesn't it? When you decide that this is what a Zelda game is going to be, you do away with the old formula. And that's sad. That's really sad and stupid, and it doesn't need to be that way. And I'm really sad to see that. Really sad to see that happen. Geez, 3 bots in one go. I haven't seen that before. That's really rough. Anyway. And the thing is, I think, because Breath of the Wild was a launch title for Switch, there's absolutely no reason why they needed to have the Zelda name help it out in the beginning, as far as, like, advertising was concerned. If Zelda had... not if Zelda had... If Nintendo had the balls to just do something new, in terms of IP, they've obviously done something new in terms of making a new game, but if they had the balls to just have a new name for something, then they would have succeeded with that new name. But they didn't. They stuck with Zelda, and now they've fucked with the Zelda series in the process. And that pisses me off. I don't know if it's higher or lower, this shrine. I didn't want this video to go so long, because the last one went for a while, but I'm trying to find this fucking shrine. It works that I'm talking while doing this, but... yeah, get your stamina back. But yeah, it's not even a case of this being an evolved version of Zelda. It doesn't feel that way to me. It feels completely different. It's not like they've evolved it to the point where it's unrecognizable. They've just changed it. It's a different genre of adventure game now. And I don't like it at all. But if they were to make it obvious that it's a spin-off, it would be a little different. But even then, if you've got a spin-off that does better than the mainline series, it gets awkward, doesn't it? I found you, you piece of shit. I couldn't find you. That fucking shrine has been eluding me for so long. Hello, bird. Oh my god, finally I found it. This is the problem. The shrine indicator is very sensitive. Unless there's another one. Is there another one? There's another one! Because I'm being alerted to one in this direction. Oh my god, there's one over here. I can't see it, but... it's clear that there is one. Jesus. Okay, so I'm going to have to put down a marker so that I don't forget that one. Where would that be? So it's in that direction. It's somewhere over here. Let's put down a... I don't think pins really last, do they? Maybe they do, I don't know. Okay, shrine, you are... you're below me, clearly. You must be below me. Oh, this is so fucking annoying. Okay, I'm going to save here in case I get lost. Well, the biggest problem with Breath of the Wild is the whole shrine system. And the hilarious thing is everyone agrees that they're not that great. Like, everyone absolutely loves this game to the point where they get wet. They actually wet themselves over how much they love this game, yet most will agree that the shrines aren't particularly good. Which is pretty funny if you think about it. Imagine having such a popular game, yet the main aspect... this isn't it, is it? Because that's the one... see, I'm not having the shrine indicator actually go off at all. But if I point myself in this direction, it must be over here. Oh, shit. But anyway, something that is so key to Breath of the Wild, which is shrines, is actually something that most people don't even like. Which is hilarious to me. This goes to show that shrines they were the biggest mistake that Nintendo made with this game. Outside of calling it Zelda. If a Zelda, or rather, if a series didn't need a reboot, it was Zelda, I'll tell you what. Whoops, pressed the wrong thing. I don't know where this fucking shrine is. Sometimes, like, this shrine indicator, I fucking hate the thing. See how, if I go in that direction, okay, it's clearly not telling me that it's that one. Because when I turn over here, you can see that it's pointing me in a different direction again. Now, I don't know if that's below where I am right now. Maybe it is. Holy fucking shit. This is the problem. You can't ever really know where the fuck these things are. I'm probably going to return to... oh, okay, so yes, that does not continue forever as it turns out. Hopefully I'll automatically go to my previous save. No, I don't think it does. Oh, I'm being attacked by slimes. How are you going? I will load my last manual save. Yeah, I don't know much about the Metroid series, haven't played much of it. It looks fun, but I never did end up playing it. I've always meant to. But, yeah, Metroid, there's no reason why they should change Metroid. There's no reason why they should change anything, drastically. Everything should just... it should evolve in a sensible way. Zelda has evolved. Like, the formula has evolved. It's changed from what it was in the first game, and if you compare... Twilight Princess to A Link to the Past, it's not the same. But It's still Zelda. But anyway. Well, Lady of Hot Sauce, when it comes to good choice in style, and then you refer to the leather jacket, I regret to say that leather jackets are now in fashion. Which is certainly not the reason why I'm wearing it, but... you know... This look, the long hair thing is because, you know... The shirt. Obviously, I'm not wearing the leather jacket because it's in fashion, but I appreciate that you find that it's a good style, but I regret to say that it's not unique. Alright, where the hell is this shrine? Is it over here? No, it can't be because... Fuck off! What's your... Look at this! Fucking arsehole. I'm gonna kill you just for doing that. Piece of shit. Fucking annihilate you. You are not living. I don't even... You know what? I'm not even gonna pick up your meat. For doing that. You don't even deserve to be eaten. How about that? Arsehole. Anyway, so... We were really close to the shrine before. But we were staring at a fucking wall. Maybe it's in there. Imagine if it was in there. Like there was a fucking entranceway here. That would be ridiculous. Let's try using a bomb arrow for this. I will save here. And, well no, it would have made more sense to use one of these, wouldn't it? To first see if this works, and if it doesn't, then use a bomb arrow. I was considering, you know, using the bomb arrow first, and then loading the save if that didn't work. Like, anyway. So Skyrim-like. Well, it's not that this is like Skyrim, it's just that they're both open-world sandbox games, so... For me, Elder Scrolls scratches my open-world sandbox itch. What can scratch my Zelda itch except for Zelda? Nothing, in my opinion. So, you know, it's like... You've got... What's a good example? What's a good analogy? Imagine you've got chocolate, and you've got ice cream. You've got chocolate and ice cream. You've got these two options. Sometimes you feel like chocolate, sometimes you feel like ice cream. And then some guy comes along and says, hey, try this new chocolate. And they replace the ice cream with this new chocolate. And you taste the new chocolate and you're like, this is nice. But can I have this and the ice cream? And they're like, no. You're like, well, I've already got chocolate here. Why do I need this new chocolate? Fuck off. I want the option to have both ice cream and chocolate. If it has to be one or the other, I'll take the option where I can have more choice. You know? When a game like this comes along and replaces the entire unique Zelda formula, and it's not guaranteed that it has replaced it. We're at a bit of a uncertain time right now. But when it comes around and replaces that formula with something that I already, you know, as an itch can scratch by playing an Elder Scrolls game, I'm just sitting here like, why the fuck does this exist? Go away. Like, anyway. That's just me. Yeah, Elder Scrolls, or rather Bethesda, have really milked Skyrim. It's incredible how much they've milked Skyrim. It blows my fucking mind. I'm sure people who didn't really pay attention to Elder Scrolls before Skyrim don't really see how crazy it is, but it's crazy. Like, previously, it was like 5 years per game. Elder Scrolls Skyrim came out almost 10 years ago. And there is no sequel immediately on the horizon, so the fuck is going on? It's unbelievable. They have milked it like nothing else. All these re-releases. I can't find this shrine, I swear to God. I was not intending for this video to be so fucking long. Must be over here. Unfortunately, I'm not really... Because everything looks the fucking same here, I'm not really keeping track of where I've gone. So I could be retracing my steps here and I wouldn't even know it. It's hard to know if I'm getting closer or not. Okay, so we saw that it was sparking up more over here, I think. Holy shit. Fuck this thing. Fuck the shrine system. Fuck the shrine indicator. I feel like an idiot. Yeah. It's been interesting to see Call of Duty get popular again. It basically died and then it came back. It only died for a few years, to be honest. Maybe it'll die again. But yeah, Call of Duty is a powerful title. There are a lot of people who want to play Call of Duty. The thing is, I know it's not that shrine. I know it's not. You can see that there's something here, like right here. Right here. So it's either exactly here but higher, or exactly here but lower. But I tried to go lower before, and there's nothing. I was here before. Holy shit, where is it? Well, we're on the right track, so let's save. I'm not ending this until I find this fucking shrine, I swear to God. Oh. It's inside the mountain, you enter elsewhere. Far, far away. Thank you, Malcolm Wells. As much as I want to have an adventure here and try to figure these things out on my own, I would be trying to get into this forever, failing completely to do it. So, no, I'm thanking you. I'm thanking you, Malcolm. I'm not actually getting upset. What I'm saying is that, had you not told me that, I would have wasted all of this time trying to get in here, only to not be able to, because I actually enter from somewhere else. So, you've done a big favour for me. As I said, as much as I do like to have an adventure here and not be told things, that's the kind of thing I need to be told, because otherwise I would just be wasting my time. If I have a shrine indicator telling me, hey, there's a shrine nearby, my assumption is that I'll be able to access it, and I'll actually be able to get there. But, unfortunately, that is not the case for this shrine, apparently, so we're going to have to bypass this. I do have that other shrine in sight, so I can get rid of this pin. What kind of music do I like? For the most part, heavy metal, and all of its subgenres, but, well, not all of its subgenres, many of its subgenres, I should say. I also enjoy classical music, I enjoy some electronic music. What would be some genres of electronic music that I like? Hardstyle. What's that called again? Sorry, I'm having to access names I haven't thought about for a while. It's like, what is it again? It's not electro step, it's something, I don't know. Forgot what it's called now. Maybe it is electro step. Anyway, like, yeah, I've listened to a lot of different types of electronic music that I do enjoy. I like some pop music, mainly from the 80s, and I enjoy disco. Disco's very nice. But yeah. I don't even know what. Oh. I've never heard of In This Moment. Can't say that's a very good name for a band, but whatever floats their boat. I was never really much for Alice Cooper, because Alice Cooper always, he would always try to fit in with the times. He was like a chameleon. He was extremely malleable in the sense that he'd always try to match the times that he was in. So he felt like, rather than an original creative force in music, he seemed to almost mimic things, almost chasing popularity in doing so. But I haven't listened to him enough to say whether he was good or bad. All I can say is that he has some pretty intense staying power, and I do respect him for, you know, going since the 60s and still being really strong with what he does, and he's obviously passionate, so I definitely can't fault him in that way. Hailstorm, haven't listened to them. I know what they are and I know what they do, but I don't care for them. Yeah, I mostly listen to stuff from the past. I do not listen to metalcore. When I was saying that I don't listen to all subgenres of heavy metal, yeah. How about we say I don't listen to subgenres of heavy metal that have appeared after 1995. Even if metalcore existed before 1995, no. Stop. Maybe the very first metalcore bands would have been decent. It's possible. But, yeah, no. Okay, I'll do this shrine, seeing as though I've been so terribly insulted by the fact that I could not get to that other shrine. I may as well sate my shrine desires by going through here. Oh, it's a major test of strength. I can do this. I hope Malcolm Worlds, the guy who actually told me that I couldn't get to the shrine, didn't think that I was about to, you know, absolutely tear him to shreds and run away. Because he said, "I'm sorry," and he didn't say anything after that. He's hoping that he realized that I wasn't trying to tear him to shreds and was actually trying to thank him. But yeah. Yeah, I've been listening to black metal all my life, Hawk. Black metal started effectively in 1984 with the release of the Bathory self-titled album, and yeah, that's obviously up for debate, what I just said, but just because you coin a phrase doesn't mean you start a genre, which is why Possessed's death metal album is... Well, no, it was Seven Churches, and the track was death metal, 1985, but that wasn't death metal. In the same way, Venom did not create black metal. They created the name, and it's not like, you know, if they didn't come up with it, someone else would have, you know, maybe a month later, but... So, yeah. Bathory for me were the firsts. They first crossed the threshold into what would be referred to as black metal at that time. 80s black metal is different to 90s black metal as well. What I like about black metal is that it's a very... as a genre, I refer to it as the... It's like a parking lot for extreme music that doesn't have a home anywhere else. It mixes so many different areas of extreme metal under the guise of, I suppose, or under the classification of evil, dark, oppressive, that kind of feeling. So, okay, let's actually fight this frickin' thing. I need to make a decision on what I want to use here. Did I destroy my Guardian Sword? I have no recollection of having destroyed my Guardian Sword, but I must have. Maybe it was in that battle before. Weird. I really don't remember breaking it. How's the brightness, by the way? Yeah, the lighting's not great, is it? You'll just have to forgive me. We're towards the end of this recording. Well, this is the thing, Hawk. There's not like one type of black metal. There's so many different types. Like, let me give you some different bands offhandedly that represent different types of black metal. Bathory, Sarcophago, Mystifier, Emperor. That wasn't good. Let's go and heal. What else is particularly different? Master's Hammer. Yeah. So basically you've got the Norwegian stuff, you've got the Brazilian stuff, you've got the old stuff, you've got the... Missed the timing there. Oh, that was a different attack. Let's go, come on. But yeah, there's many different sounds. Let's actually fight you seriously. I should be able to do this in one go. I believe in myself. There we go. Well, thank you, Lady of Hot Sauce. I do have a tendency to say a lot of things, you know. I talk a lot. I'm definitely not afraid to share my opinion. I think it does get me into trouble because my opinions are generally not popular. But I do feel that my opinions are very strong. I try to ensure that before I develop an opinion on something, or at the very least before I actually want to talk about an opinion that I actually have a lot of reasons as to why I feel the way that I do, and I always express that. I feel that an opinion that is not justified is not worth even being shared with anyone. So, because I do take time to form opinions deeply, I in turn feel very strongly about those opinions, and so I do take the time to express them, especially when it's about a game that I'm playing, such as Zelda here. And again, the subject was that the fact that I'm even referring to this here as Zelda is, in my approximation, an affront to all that makes Zelda Zelda. Okay. Come on. But yes, the effrontery that which is Breath of the Wild will not be the subject of conversation for the rest of this video because I've already spent, like, what, 20 minutes talking about it? Probably more, to be fair. Okay, so at this point, I think I'm going to... No, I won't shoot bomb arrows at you. I'll change arrows to maybe... What don't I need? Maybe we'll shoot all of our ice arrows. That's not really doing much damage, is it? No. Basically, the last time I did one of these, I shot all of my bomb arrows and basically cheesed him for the rest of it. But I don't think that's going to work this time. Okay. I just don't want that laser finish. I hate the laser finish. That's usually what causes problems for me. Okay, let's change to a different weapon. I'm going to try and keep my Great Frost Blade. I kind of like that. Let's do the Royal Claymore. Oh. Trying to see your emote that you posted. I can't really properly see it. Looks a bit like a Pokemon, but I don't think it is. What are you doing? Let's see what you're doing. Okay, I'll try to look at it. God. Even if I put my face right on it, I can't really see what it is. I mean, I sort of can, but... Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I do stream. I live stream, but I don't identify as a streamer personally. Because I deliver my content in a way that's more reflective of a Let's Play. It just has a live aspect to it here. Because it is actually live. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip my strongest weapon. I'm going to attack him a bit. I believe it's A that I press? I believe so. He's gonna follow it up with something that didn't kill me. Fortunately. Let's pick something that will fully heal me. If we have it. Looks like we don't. I just didn't want to waste something else, you know. Alright, we'll have another meat skewer. I can live with that. Oh, he's charging up another one. So what is the parry button? Is it this? No, yes, it is. We can do this. Come on, baby. Nope. Oh, that's rough. I hate this part of the game. Or this part of the confrontation, at least. Get in there. No, See how I'm doing it too early? I know when it's coming, it's just... Stop that. Get in close. Alright, fine. There we go. Fucking asshole. Okay. So, I prefer not to get to the point where I have to do that to actually kill it. But it is what it is. Alright. Guardian Spear ++. Oh, this is something that I can actually use to lift up. So basically, it seems that in every single test of strength location, there is something that you can use so that the enemy, when it's spinning around, when it's doing that spinning maneuver, there's usually something that you can get to have that, to have him smash into it. And, yeah, I wasn't sure what that was for this area, but yeah, it seems that it's a magnetus block. So, there you go. Yeah, parrying projectiles is pretty cool. I'm into that. But the reason why I don't like it for these confrontations is because I'm, you know, I'm not that good at it. At least not yet. Half the time I don't even know what button I'm supposed to press. That's my laziness. Alrighty. Hurry up with this. I wish I could skip this. I don't need to see this. Alright, we're going to end the video by turning in these 4 spirit orbs that we now have. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. I know all about it. Being forced to parry in Dark Souls would be interesting. There's never really been an enemy that has forced a person to parry, at least not that I can think of, so... There are definitely enemies that are made easier, but you're never really forced to, I don't think. What times do I normally stream? Usually about 5 hours before now. Because between 5 hours from now and 4 is usually when I stream. Usually not at this time, basically. I'm usually a bit earlier than this. I'm streaming at this time today because I felt like it. Okay, what are we doing? We are... Let me get my brain in gear. We are going to... the start of the game. Is this... no... We want to go to the Great Plateau, wherever that may be. I can never find it. Here it is, I think. Yeah, here we go. Great Plateau Tower. I can never find the Great Plateau. I think the reason why is because I always think that it's much larger than it actually is. And so I'm looking for it. I'm like, what's this? Okay, so this is an occluder. But actually, the Great Plateau is really small. Ah, right. Yeah, so my usual streaming schedule is pretty good for people in the US. Okay. And I'm going to try and stream Breath of the Wild more often in general, because I would like to get this Let's Play finished. It's reaching the point now where it needs to be finished. I didn't mean to record this long. Usually I try to keep it at about an hour long, because that way it's, you know... Normally with a Let's Play video, I have it go for 20 minutes, 20 to 30, and a live Let's Play I try to have be about an hour, but I was making excuses to keep going this time, so... The reason why I have a live Let's Play go longer is because, to start with, you know, you have to set up the live stream, so you may as well be there for longer, and also, it's nicer to engage with your audience for longer than 20 minutes, you know, so... Alrighty, let's ignore this guy. We just want to go and get another heart, or heart container. I would say that the next game that comes after this, which is not going to be called Breath of the Wild 2, hopefully, again, hoping that's just a working title. Hopefully what they do is they do away with the Spirit Orb system, and instead get a piece of heart system and an equivalent for the stamina. That's what I'm hoping. Hello. You know, I can live without the fucking Korok Seed quest, you know. Yes, I do wish for another heart container. Yes, grant me the power. Don't make a big deal out of it, just give it to me. Alrighty. I don't know how many more hearts we need until we get the next row. But, again, as I have said many times before, we do need to focus on increasing our health for a little while, because we did... For those who have been following, increase our stamina first and foremost. We were at 3 hearts for a long time, but as you can see, I have finally started putting spirit orbs into hearts, so there you go. Anyway, that's it for this recording, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you next time. It's been good to see some new faces, actually, because I am streaming at a different time to usual, so yeah, lots of people I haven't seen before, which is always refreshing. Hopefully you guys will be able to catch me again in the future when I'm streaming at my usual time. But yeah, hope you have a good night as well, Lady of Hot Sauce, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining, Hawk. Good to see you again, Paul. And everyone else who's currently watching who has not made themselves known. I do like it when people talk to me, but if you are absolutely insistent on lurking, then you're welcome to do so. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully I will be recording another video of Breath of the Wild fairly soon. Either way, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.